Chapter 1, Mishnah 6. This Mishnah deals with a neder, vow. A neder is a statement through which a person forbids the use or benefit of an item to himself or to others. For example, one says, "This loaf of bread is forbidden to me," or "My loaf of bread is forbidden to Reuven." Such a statement is effective under biblical law, meaning that the person to whom the neder applies becomes biblically forbidden to use or benefit from the stated item. See Numbers chapter 30, verse 3. Depending on its wording, a neder can prohibit only a certain type of benefit. Our Mishnah defines the difference between a neder that prohibits all types of benefit and one that prohibits only benefit related to food. We now turn to the words of the Mishnah. There is no difference between someone who is prohibited by a neder to receive any benefit from another person and someone who is prohibited by a neder to receive only food-related benefit from another person, except that one who is forbidden to receive food-related benefit is allowed to set foot on the other's land and to use any of his utensils that are not used to prepare food, while one who is forbidden to receive any benefit may not engage even in these activities. The Mishnah turns to a different type of neder. There are two main methods by which a person could obligate himself to bring a sacrificial offering. A, he says, "I obligate myself to bring an offering," in which case he commits himself to designate an animal later and then bring it to the temple. The offering brought to fulfill this type of promise is called a neder, plural, nedarim. B, he indicates a particular animal and says, "This is an offering." With this very statement, he designates the specific animal that he intends to offer. All that remains for him to do is bring it to the temple. This type of offering is called nedava, plural, nedavos. The Mishnah states a practical difference between nedarim and nedavos. There is no difference between nedarim and nedavos, except that one is responsible for nedarim, meaning that if he cannot bring the animal that he eventually designated, e.g. it died or was stolen, he must bring another in its place. But he is not responsible for nedavos, which means that if he cannot bring the designated animal, he need not replace it. A neder is an offering that one brings to fulfill the promise, "I obligate myself to bring an offering." Since he imposed the obligation upon himself, if he cannot bring the first animal that he designated, he remains personally obligated until he brings another one. In the case of a nedava, by contrast, he never undertook a personal obligation. He merely designated an animal. This is an offering. Therefore, if he is unable to bring that animal, he need not bring another.